Time is a strange thing. Some of the stuff I'll be showing you today I very well could have included in last week's video, because I did actually get it last week, but it was after I filmed it and all that la-di-da. So it actually seems a bit weird that the stuff I've sort of got to show you today is more than a week old, and then it sort of actually doesn't really feel like that, and somehow at the same time it actually feels like, was it only a week ago I got these? First up to show you is Prime Wheeljack, which I got from Smythe's, because while I was at home I went for a jaunt round the shops and walked into that fine, I believe, Irish establishment, which people keep saying to pronounce it Smith's. That's not how I say it, because then it gets confused with W.H. Smith's. So I went in Smythe's, saw the new Avengers figures, which look completely crap, which is really disappointing because all of the figures for the separate films have been better. It's like the Iron Man 2 figures were excellent, and now you look at the Iron Man figures that are in the Avengers line, it's like, no thank you. And then of course I turned around to look at the Transformers bits, and lo and behold was a mountain of Prime Deluxes and pretty much all Bumblebees and Cliff Jumpers. I didn't see a Soundwave, and I think this Wheeljack might have been the last one there. So I went, yes, you're mine, you're coming with me, and he's so nice. There's a lot more going on with him than I thought there would be. It's like the transformation isn't just the sides make his arms, the front of the car makes his legs. It's a lot more involved, and I really liked transforming him for the first time. It was like, oh really? Oh, that's good. So he's definitely a must-have, I would say. There's one gripe I have though, lack of arm articulation. He comes with these cool swords which are really nicely detailed, but he has no bicep swivel, and he's got hardly any lateral shoulder movement. He can do that, and yeah, you can put his arms up like that, but that's not exactly dynamic sword fighting poses, is it? Just going chop, chop, chop. I'm really starting to like where they're going with the sort of RID figures, the more streamlined design, where there's just really hardly any kibble at all, and it's all just about getting articulation in. That's good. The same day I went to a Tesco's and finally got to use my Tesco's gift card that I got for my birthday, and found some Dark of the Moon Deluxes which were reduced, so they're only, well, they're under a tenner. It's not much of a reduction, but I essentially had free money to spend with that card, so I thought might as well pick something up, and I got Barricade. Simply because I think of getting my little box shots Barricade, and I was on a sort of a little sort of Barricade high, I think, and thinking that yes, actually I'm probably the kind of person who would buy any Barricade figure they bring out now. So I thought I'd better get the Dark of the Moon one, and to be honest, I was put off by this when I first saw it. Really, I only saw the stock photography sort of pictures, and in those, figures always look worse. So I took a chance. I looked at it in the box and thought, actually that's a pretty nice looking car mode. He's got all the paint taps he needs. And the robot mode, actually, I like it. I really do. It's really nicely detailed. I think it ends up looking a bit better than the original movie version, simply because the arms do a bit more. He's got proper hands. He's actually got articulated fingers. That just sells the thing. The head sculpt's really nice red eyes, and he's just covered in really nice sort of shiny sort of lilac paint on his legs, and then he's got silver and other bits. It just works out looking really good, and for some reason seems to be the best quality Dark of the Moon figure I've got. I don't understand how that works. He seems to actually, he's not lacking any paint taps. The plastic feels good. I would say, you know, if you can still find one reduced in their Tesco's, I'd say pick him up. He's actually a pretty darn good figure. The legs are a bit silly and spindly. You have to sort of have him with his knees bent because of the way his feet are. But for some reason I'm just not bothered by it. There's just little details that are really nice, and the transformation is actually pretty good. And he's got like little gun barrels sculpted into his leg saddlebag bits. It's the little touches, you know. And his mech tech is pretty weird. It's just big. It looks alright as a gun, I think. It's like a Gatling gun type thing, and then mine doesn't really work properly. It's really hard to get it to come out all the way, and it doesn't really want to stay in. So this mech tech, what more is there to say? But it's a gun that turns into like a Freddy Krueger rake hand, so it's not that bad, I suppose. The next purchase is a bot shot type thing. If I show you this, yes, it's little Optimus, but it's not just him, it's the launcher version, which I was actually astounded to find in an Asda for a price cheaper than what I paid for the single Barricade that I got in Sainsbury's. For shame, Sainsbury's, for shame. All of this lovely truckness was £4, and that was £5. So I'm now thinking that Asda that I went into, after going for a bit of a hunt, because one of my friends wanted to get a Prime Soundwave. I'm pointing over there, but you can't see him, but there he is. And we went loads of places, and eventually the last stop at this Asda, which was excellent for toys, to be honest. They had loads of Avengers stuff in there as well, which still looked poo. And they had all these bot shots, and they had the 3-packs, and they had the launchers, and I was thinking, what? These aren't out anywhere, are they? I haven't seen. And so, you know, £4 reduced. I said, yes, I'm walking out of there with that. Don't really have that sort of money, but yes. Yes, yes, yes. And he picked up the Megatron one as well, so we did actually have a bit of a battle when we got back to uni. We're men. I mean, look at that. It's G1 trailer all around. Really nice little deal. So there was that. And I was thinking that that would probably be the last Transformers purchase I make for quite a while, seeing as money was running a bit low. And then I get an email saying a bursary cheque is ready for me to pick up. And I go ka-ching and have 300 odd more pound in the bank. So I go and splurge and get myself my nice Voyager Optimus, which you will have seen in my customising video. I did have to give another sort of coat because it was starting to rub off. I don't know whether it wasn't dry enough. It was rubbing off when I was touching it. When I was transforming and pushing the chest in, I was seeing it was coming off on my thumbs. So I gave it another coat, left it overnight. It seems to be okay now. I'm just really chuffed with it. But the figure itself, yes, very nice. While it's reduced, get one, because I don't think he's worth £22. But definitely, while you can pick one up for like £17 like they're in Sainsbury's at the moment, get one. You can even, look what I've done here, sort of fake the sword coming out of his arm by putting his wrist up like that, because that's the way it transforms, and I found I could do that. But sadly there's no such sort of redeeming factor for this thing. Oh god. This is awful. It's, I tried to sort of get it to lock out. You can, if you end up pulling the barrel, clicking the gears through, you can get that to just stay as some sort of gun, and you've just got this huge chunk on the top, and it just looks silly, and it's it's just poo. It really is. And I mean, mine, look, you can see it's all locked up and the light's still on. It's not a very reliable mechanism. And then when you do get it as a gun, the barrel of the gun here is the same size as the Cyberverse Optimus's gun. What? This is tiny. It's just no good. Please, please. I mean, to be honest, I hate third-party products, but if they did a set which was a couple of good-looking guns that may be lit up as well, and a couple of swords, I would buy that, because the only thing this Optimus needs is some proper weapons. Well, now that's the plastic dealt with, it's time to speak about some other things, because yesterday there was a rather significant development on my channel. after I tweeted saying, "Good Lord, I've won 99 subscribers. Only one more!" 2 people then subscribed to me. So, a very big thank you to Spike2Con and Pencoin, because I can't tell which one of you was my 100th subscriber. Looking at my emails, I did read the one that said Spike2Con had subbed first, but I have to settle this and say that the email saying that Pencoin had subbed did arrive before that one did. It's just that I read Spike2Con's one first. So, despite the sort of comments I may have left on people's channels, I think it's fair to say that Pencoin was my 100th subscriber. So a very big thank you to you. And, well, just thank you to everyone who has subbed to me over the last year and a bit. I'm really happy to think I'm now at that big triple figures, and it's just testament, I suppose, to how much of a character I am, and it's nice to feel that that many people are enjoying what I do here on YouTube and around the interwebs. 101 thank yous to my 101 subscribers. And now, I leave you saying that you have to go and watch the latest episode of Prime, because I just watched it. I don't want to spoil anything for you, but cough, cough, drunken Beast Wars references by Ratchet. That's all I need to say to make you go and watch it now, because it's just an excellent episode. I just sat there laughing my head off. Goodbye.
Oh, bugger.
Toodaloo.